Mason.
Dan.
From Rixie, this is All Staff.
Welcome all guys, gals, non-binary pals. Episode 18 of All Staff. We're back in.
Back in the mix.
We're back in, and I am restarting the timer because make sure we're meeting our 30-minute goal.
Actually in, yeah.
How you doing, man?
Good, man. It's been a long week. It's a lot of work. It's like we still have our 9 to 5s. We're not doing this full time. We have our meeting once a week to kind of update each other on what we're doing. But overall, man, it's just been a lot of work this week. And then when I'm off work, like yesterday, I just felt like crap, so I just laid around all day. So
I'm the same way. I'm working my full time, and then, like I told you, like I'm doing a little bit of freelance work on the side. Not even for the money, like it's just to help someone,
Well, that's always like something you can call on later too,
Yeah, and it's more like I do fine with my full-time job, so I don't need the extra work. But I'm helping somebody out, and that's what matters.
And it looks good, if the more people you help, it's kind of like, that karma comes back around to help you out. So
exactly.
That's why I always try to do as much as I can for everyone that I can, because like you never know when something's gonna come up and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, man, that guy really helped me out. I gotta hit him up. So it's just like that.
But yeah, I mean, Maddie and I we took down the big studio this week because we felt like we didn't need 2 studios. So
yeah,
for the listeners, if you're not like fully tuned into the Rixie stuff, the Rixie house where I live, where we started the company, where we produced most of our music, most of our podcasts, had 2 major studios in it. There was this studio, which is Studio B, is what we called it, which is a podcast dedicated studio. There's a table, there's microphones, there's a computer, and there's decently expensive acoustic treatment. And the other studio is a bigger room that usually would be like for a den. You know what I mean? It's like, or a living room or something like that. And since Tanner leaving, we mentioned that we were probably going to stop the music side, and that was a music dedicated studio. So we kept up the sound panels just because it's really nice.
Yeah, they do look nice.
They look nice, and they deaden the sound, which when you take them away,
just echoes.
Yeah, like you hear it. And so we turned it into kind of like a den living room, and so we've been doing that. And
a lot of extra space now.
We put up a TV, and it's a beautiful space. I'll send you a photo, Dan. But yeah, so this is the dedicated studio now, which feels nice that we can focus our efforts on one room.
And you can utilize the other space for like you said, a den again.
Yeah, for like living,
Yeah.
I have a couple things that I wrote down.
Yeah, go for it, man. The only thing I want to mention right now that we're kind of doing slightly different, is we are streaming this episode on Twitch, so that if you want to come check out our episode sooner than it comes out, like a week before, we will stream. I'm probably gonna go forward and do this every Friday, depending if we need to take off or something, or if we have a big setup for something the next week or something like that. But I think this will be good, just to get us out there a little bit more.
Like Saturday at noon.
What do you mean? Yeah. The day may change.
The day may change, but like the running the running time is Saturday at noon.
Yeah. But if we have something coming up, I may not stream it to kind of hold back the demand a little bit for people to listen on the following Friday, find out that kind of stuff. But really, I'm just trying to put us on as many different platforms as possible. Really get our podcast brand out there. Try and get some of you listeners to come check us out and really just hang out with us. I can't see chat or anything like that just because I'm running so many different programs. So I can't respond to you until after we're done with the recording of the episode. But please feel free to drop some chat. I'm always here to talk to you guys. Any of our listeners out there, we respect you and we cherish you more than anyone in the world. So
yeah, drop a couple F's in the chat.
A couple F's.
For those who are watching after the fact on YouTube, there's a link right here at the bottom of the screen. That is going to be Dan's Twitch channel that you can catch us maybe on Saturday at noon, but that's usually when we do it. That may not be every week, like you said, but that's where you'll find us if we do it. So hello, Twitch. So I texted you on, let's see, what day was that?
That was a couple days ago.
On Monday.
Yeah.
That butter had this crazy spike.
It's still spiking.
So to be transparent, butter usually, when it was in season, it was probably getting, when I say in season, I mean, when we were putting out episodes in 2020, it was probably getting anywhere from like 50 to 100 downloads per week. And randomly on the 21st of May, 2021, we had this huge spike of listens.
It's like 500, 600 listeners.
Yeah, it was like 500 listens.
All from the same source.
And so we checked the analytics, and the analytics said that it was Amazon. Which
Amazon Music.
Yeah, Amazon Music. So the thing about the distribution is that Amazon Music just added podcasts, I think, like within the last year. And not all of our shows were on there, but I think they are now because I submitted them all. But I don't have any idea why that happened. The only thing that I can think is that maybe it got featured on a chef like playlist type thing, like
where
it's like top food shows or like food as a category, or when you listen to an episode it says like you may like this and it popped up there. Because these are irregular numbers for Amazon. We don't get numbers like this from Amazon, let alone Apple. So
was there anything on Chartable?
Let me see.
Because wouldn't it pop up on that? I mean, we talked about that last week. It kind of shows where we're ranking or where we're charting, right?
It might have. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I found out. This is how I knew, because our Chartable numbers for the show were way higher than usual. Yeah. The downloads are up 1,200%.
That's insane.
For what reason? Couldn't tell you.
But we appreciate it.
So charts at a glance, 45 in Turkey, 47 in Thailand, and there was some movement in India for Apple Podcasts, but I can't see where.
It may have been a binge. It may have been somebody, a couple different people binging those episodes. Maybe they enjoyed it.
Yeah, number 3 in Turkey. That's really cool.
That's awesome. That's huge internationally.
I know.
We're an international podcast company now, I guess. So I could see a cow in the background of your video. So
you can see a cow?
Yeah, the cow moves around back and forth. They're not there now, but
there's three cows.
Yeah, they just hang out there.
Say hi to the cows. They're over here. So yeah, that was odd. I guess I need to pay more attention to Amazon because I've never used it as a podcast player. Yeah. And when I don't use it, I don't think about it, So that's cool.
I did some research into our ratings on all the different platforms, just to see where we're at and where we stand. I mean, and albeit the ratings are, it's 8 to 19 people who rated different shows. And I mean, so far they're all 5-star. If you want to listen to it and give us an honest rating, that'd be great for any of our shows. We just need more ratings to get bumped up in the algorithm. So just search Rixie. You should be able to find any of our podcasts that way. We're pretty unique name, I think. I think I've never seen anything that links to our name besides our stuff.
There's a few people with the last name, but that's about it. Like I have Google updates about it, and like sometimes it'll be like Laura Rixie won an award. It's like fucking not us. So one thing about this show, moving forward to the next thing, for all episodes up until episode 17, we had a yellow border around the video.
Yeah.
If you're watching this now, you will see that there is no border anymore. The reason that we used the border was 2 reasons. One, the main reason, we used to all use Zoom, and when you use a Zoom feed, it gets really grainy. Mm-hmm. And so with the border, I could make the videos a little bit smaller so they weren't as grainy, because it was like 480p. You know what I mean? It was like really low res.
Yeah.
And so I would add the border and I would get to make it a little smaller. And the second thing was it went with the branding. Like, it was yellow, it had the photos, and it looked nice. Like it worked with the artwork. It was kind of this collage. And so I started asking. I asked Maddie, I asked the Debuff guys, I asked Sean's partner Danielle, and I was like, "What do you think about the border?" And they're like, "It's nice, but like, it's not necessary." And so I was like, "Okay, good to know." So I tried it last week.
Gave the Debuff treatment.
Well, yeah, I said, let's go full screen, and I liked it, and so I think we're going to go full screen from now on. And I also changed up the episode thumbnails. So what I had done for the first 15 episodes was the collage border again with the episode title or the episode number. And the thing is at the beginning of the show, I made like a batch. I made like 30 of those. So it was like episode 1 through 30. I had them already pre-made. And I was like, oh, that's going to save me a lot of time. But that was when it was not a video podcast.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have options for thumbnails. You know what I mean? And so episode 16, I believe, is when we had our first like true episode thumbnail.
Yeah.
Where you and I were kind of split screen.
Yeah. And it looks great.
It looks great. And I think that's definitely the move going forward. Mm-hmm. And so that's great. I'm happy that we're doing full screen now. I'm really happy with the color. I'm happy with the way it looks. I think our cameras both look really nice, and so it complements each other. We're not on fucking Zoom anymore.
We're not using this camera.
This webcam.
For anybody, if there is anybody watching Twitch right now, we don't use the webcam cameras. We he's got a nice camera, and I use my iPhone 11. The iPhone 11 does enough to make me not look like a forest troll. So that's what we're going to do going forward. I think the only issue we had before was that Tanner couldn't take video on his phone because it was such an old iPhone, right? He couldn't store it or something.
So he was using Zoom, and his Zoom video was he lived in an area where the internet wasn't great.
Yeah, so it always cut out.
It would cut out, and there would be issues like technical difficulties. And then when we tried our iPhones, the thing about it, and this is something that I think everybody needs to know if they decide to start a video podcast and use their iPhone, the file sizes of a video that's over 30 minutes or potentially an hour are very large. I mean, when Dan sends me his video feed, the one that you're seeing right now, it's usually anywhere from like 4 to 7 gigs. These are big video files, and they take time to upload. So unless you're doing it locally and you're able to airdrop those videos, which is the quickest way. If you're taking video on your iPhone and you needed to get to your computer and you have a Mac, airdrop it. But we don't have that luxury. Dan is in Florida. I'm in Virginia. I can't have him fucking airdrop me his video.
One day.
So he has to put it on Drive, send it to me, and I download it. But that is I would say the best way to do it on a budget, at least, use your iPhone. If that's all you have, use it. That's what we did.
Yeah. Speaking of the Drive, the storage, I think it's like 30 gigs keeps telling me that it's getting full, and that,
I think it's because it's your personal one.
How is it my personal one when I'm using the Rixie email and uploading it into our shared drive?
Because for some reason, when you upload to the drive that we use, it takes your space. It doesn't take mine. So what you have to do is you have to delete your old files. Like as soon as I download it, like just delete it.
I just need you to text me whenever you download them so I know.
If you want to go through the old files.
I can delete those old videos.
You can delete them all.
Okay. Because that's what I was really worried about. I don't want to delete something and then we not have it. And I know you're probably storing things locally there.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I have local backups. So,
cool.
If by this time next week, like you can delete this, or as soon as I have it downloaded, I'll tell you. So yeah, what I was saying was essentially like be prepared to have huge file sizes if you shoot on your iPhone, and that's what we do. Now we're very privileged to have lightning fast internet. I have very, very fast internet. I think Dan does as well.
No, I don't.
Well, it's good enough.
It's good enough, yeah.
But so yeah, that's kind of how we do it. But another thing that you don't know about yet because it hasn't come out, but
news to me.
If they watch the Rixie YouTube channel, they'll know.
Yeah.
For the past 18 episodes on Debuff, we have used black and white.
Yeah.
And I remember Tanner months ago said, "Why do you use black and white?" And I said, "Well, I think it kind of fits with the artwork." And I had never really tried color.
Mm-hmm.
This week, if you're seeing this now, it is out. This week we are trying color.
Cool. So
I widened the letterbox a little bit, and I injected some color, and it's a really fucking cool color.
Cool.
And I don't know. I think when you use black and white, you can kind of hide behind those colors a little bit. Yeah. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because black and white's fucking cool.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
Debuff is going to be in color this week. So if you're watching this, that means it's out. Go check it out. Maybe I'll put a little box down here that shows you what it looks like. But I mean, yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's cool, dude. I think it's awesome that you've gone with the color for it. I always kind of like that Toronto
the maple leaves.
The maple leaves, the fucking the jersey, bro. That I think that would be dope in color. Like I saw that, I was like, dude, isn't that like super dope color? Like,
yeah, it's like bright blue.
Yeah, I know. So when it was in black and white, I was like, how come I can see the blue that you're wearing right now? It's like, it was weird. But I don't know. I thought it was cool in black and white too. Personally, we just got to try different things, see what sticks. I don't know if people think that, maybe black and white would be boring. Maybe that's why we're not getting as many views on it or something like that. That's always a possibility too.
The original reason that I used it, other than, just thinking it was cool, was, and I probably said this before, but we were using iPhone cameras to begin with, and the color science of front facing phone cameras is pretty shitty. Like it's not great. And so I was like, if I can just do black and white, then people don't see the terrible color science, and I don't have to color match. You know what I mean? But now I'm using two of the exact same cameras, so I know they're exactly dialed into the same settings. So I can adjust the color science in post and the color correction, and just copy it to the next camera.
Yeah.
So that's the benefit of using nice cameras. I mean, these cameras aren't like crazy nice, but like they shoot in 4K.
Yeah.
And they look pretty good. And the second thing is that you can lock in the visual. So if you decide to do a video podcast, spend a couple $100 on a nice camera. Like if you can afford that. If you can't, use your phone. Seriously, use your phone. But yeah, so we're going into color, and I don't know if it's necessarily going to make a difference for the views.
Stepping into the 1960s, going into color.
Or jumping forward.
Now in Technicolor.
Yeah, exactly. But really, that's all I have. I don't know if you have anything else.
Yeah, I have a little bit. So a lot of what I had was what we already talked about, the kind of rating stuff, the analytic stuff. And I was, unfortunately, we were going to get Mullet in the studio for another recording of the weather show. And he had some difficulties and had to run some errands and didn't have what he needed to do to get up here. So I understand, we all have lives. We're not getting paid to do this. We do it for free right now.
But sure not.
Yeah, but he's an understanding dude. I'm an understanding dude. So we're gonna work out another day. It's probably gonna like almost 100%, probably like 95% be next week that we get together again. I'm gonna work on the video setup so that you guys can see this wonderful man's expressions, and it's just gonna be good, man.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna try, and I need your help kind of figuring out art for the show, and art, not just art, but also we can kind of figure out some sort of theme song for the show. I'm not very good at backbeats. I'll be honest. I'm a melody guy.
I have a lot of old stuff that we could thumb through, or we could write something like, he's a ska dude. I mean,
he's not just a ska dude. He's he listens to a lot of different music. So
I guess I just assumed he was a ska.
Yeah, you just assume because I play ska music means.
Well, no, because he said. I mean, I think you said he did ska shows or something.
He helped book some shows down in Orlando.
What would be really cool if he had any friends, like musician friends, that like made like punk rock or ska or something.
I got a lot of hardcore music community.
Dude, it would be cool if he had like a metal theme.
Yeah,
that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll run it by him, but it's something we can all talk about, and I'll get us all in a group chat or something.
I could definitely write some like punk theme. I think it has to be punk for him.
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely do that too, riff wise, but really it's the backbeats that I struggle with. It's not as much as the melodies, because I can, me, I can shit out a melody in fucking 15 minutes, but it's just that like bass line, what am I going to play over? I don't know why. My brain just can't process that beginning portion for some reason.
Well, yeah, I think if we can do something like, do you remember the theme from the show that never was, Call Time?
Yeah.
Do you remember that kind of punk rock theme?
Yeah. That was really
I think
cool.
If we do something like that, I think that'd be really fucking cool.
The show that never was, it's already there.
Yeah, I mean, well, it never finished production. Honestly, that's one of those shows that like I feel like if we ever do like a behind the scenes like look at the shows that never were, that's going to be on the list, because dude, we've got like 3 or 4 shows that were ideas.
Well, can we take that intro and repurpose it for the weather show?
We probably could. I think we probably could. I would almost want to write something because I feel bad taking that.
Yeah. Who wrote it?
Tanner and I wrote it together.
So, I mean, We can leave it in the graveyard, or we can bring it back from the dead.
Well, here's my thing. I think if his thing started with like feedback, like, and he's like, from Rixie, this is the weather show, like motherfucker, and it's like, you know,
yeah.
I think something like that would be cool. But we can toss around ideas like that. Maybe I'll pull out a guitar and try and write a few.
Oh, I mean, I can write riffs on a guitar. Like I said.
Dude, you know what I could do? I could send you the drums.
backtrack.
I could send you the drums.
Send me the drums, bro. I can mess with that real easy.
Yeah.
It's really, I can't comprehend drums. Beats? What the fuck's a beat?
Dude, it's a developed skill.
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't get into drums yet. I have such good timing with all my other instruments.
I'll send you those drums. I just gotta find that Logic file.
It's all good.
But I don't have anything else, and I'm okay with cutting a little short here.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're basically at 30 minutes, but
we lost a little time in my internet scuffle.
The perfect timing. They're not even going to see that. They're just going to see that you said, "Well, my internet, went out."
Yeah.
But thanks for joining us, Dan.
So, guys, it's that time. It's that time, where we go and we request that you reach out to us. That's about it. We just tell you to email us. If you got any podcast ideas, if you just want to talk to us, if you just want to hang out, let us know. Mason, Dan at Rixie.co. Mason or Dan at Rixie.co. Reach out to us. We're always here to talk to you. We love hearing your ideas. We want to hear your comments. Please go to our website, go to our YouTube. Website's Rixie.co. Our YouTube's Rixie. Leave comments. Rate our shows on any of our platforms. We're everywhere. We're omnipresent. We're in like
Turkey.
Big, but yeah, we're international apparently. So go just leave a review. Let us know what you think. We really would love that because it helps our algorithm. Anything helps our algorithm, to be honest. And let's just keep the ball rolling. We'll have more for you next week for sure.
And shout out India. Still holding strong on those views.
Holding it down, India. India strong.
We're gonna have to do an India book tour.
Yeah, for real.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Dan, thank you. And we will talk with you guys next week. See ya.
Peace.
All Staff is a production of Rixie. If you want to keep up with all things Rixie, follow us on Instagram at Rixie.co. That's RIXEY.co. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave us a review and rate the show. It really helps out.